Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we are currently working on getting through some of these journal entries. We can do freedom of trade if we enact free trade, which we can't do right now. Freedom of thought we're working towards, and that is absolutely fine. So are we actually reasonably positive here? Yes, we are. Okay, that looks good. So we're going to get this munitions plant done in Minas Gerais in 16 weeks. We've got art academies behind it, and we probably are going to have to subsidize these, I'm thinking. So we'll subsidize these for right now, and we want to get these hired in for now. We're going to unsubsidize that as soon as we finished free thought, but that's okay. So, do we want to attack Argentina? The answer is probably yes. Do we want to make them our protectorate, or do we want to take their states? Well, we would get a lot of infamy from doing it this way, right? It's actually not that bad. What would this sum be? Hang on, we need to sum this up. So 2.5, and this is going to be 5.5. This is going to be 8.3. This is going to be 5.9. This one is going to be 7.3, and then finally 9.8. That would put us at 39.3 infamy. That's pretty high infamy, but that would give us all of Argentina right off the bat. I kind of want to do it. Let's do it. So who would be interested in this? Bolivia would join us. Britain would be undecided. They're unable to support Argentina because they're allied to us. Chile might join Argentina. They probably would, to be honest. I'm not sure that that matters. Out of curiosity, 11.8 infamy for getting Chile as a protectorate. Okay. It would be up there for sure. What if we just made Argentina a protectorate? Chile might join. Okay. So, I'm going to start with Conquer State Cordoba. We're going to do that. We're going to demand Conquer State. They're going to refuse, obviously. They were always going to refuse. I'm going to mobilize these guys and send them on over. And then from there, we can add in additional Wurgles. Specifically, we can do Conquer State, and let's do the most expensive one here, which is Chaco. So we're going to add that. That puts us up to 18 infamy. So that's okay for now. We can then add in another one. Let's actually add in all of them right now and just see what happens. Nobody has all that much interest in this. So that's very intriguing for sure. Now, you can see we're currently infamous. And if we were to do another one here, that brings us up to 36. And then another one, 39. So that's going to be ticking down over the course of this. And if Chile joins, we'll demand that they be our protectorate, likely. Because we have no diplomatic demands available here. In fact, we have no diplomatic demands available at all for Chile. We'll see how this goes. They can't join yet, but they are, I think, likely to join. So we are able to sway Bolivia in. They are aloof at this moment. And if we check here, Liberty Desire is going up again. Okay. Well, we just got pharmaceuticals unlocked, so that's nice. And Right of Assembly has gone to study, so that's reasonable as well. Let's hop into our politics here and go into institutions, and we can see that our healthcare system is on level 1 right now, and we can bump it up to level 2 if we had the bureaucracy available. Naturally, we don't have the bureaucracy available right now. We could definitely build a government administration. We don't need any taxation capacity. We could build a government administration in, say, Lima? 29.5. Yeah, I'm not going to build it there. Okay. So instead, we would build this in somewhere like Sao Paulo. That would go much faster. Well, 5 weeks faster. Anyway. So that'll be okay for now, and we, at this point, have considerable infamy. We need to be a little cautious. But we definitely want our infamy to be ticking down. It'll go down by 5 per year, and so it'll take us a while to get through this infamy. But for the time being, this seems reasonably fine. Reasonably so. So we're going to continue to build the munitions plants, the arts academies. This'll all need to get done. No doubt about that. And once we get those finished, we'll be in a pretty decent spot. We're working on paying down our debt at a relatively recent, or I should say relatively decent clip of 16K per week. That's really not too bad. So at this rate, we're going to have this paid off pretty quickly. Yeah, reasonably quickly. It'll take a while, to be clear, but it's not going too badly, so that seems good. Dropping our interest payments is always good. We're paying almost 10K per week in interest alone right now, but we're paying down the principal, and that is important. We have also crested 50% literacy, and it looks like, as we can see here, we're about to go into the final area here. So it looks like nobody's going to join. Chile decided not to join. That's for the best. Cool. So we're not going to need to mobilize anyone other than the 4th, and this should be absolutely fine. Let's see what happens with right of assembly here. Oh, dangerous equipment as well. We hit a stall. Okay. That's not ideal. We are going to... We cannot pull the brakes on the engines of progress. Higher mortality is not great, but whatever. Maybe we can skirt the laws a bit. 75% chance of plus 10%, and we got it. Fantastic. So that's really, really solid. So Argentina is not going to be able to stop us here, obviously. And then we're going to start colonizing Mapuche, and we'll target Chile next, most likely. Everybody's going to be kind of upset at us at this point, but, I mean, this isn't too bad. It's going to take 378 weeks for that to drop down. Cool. So, not a big deal. Our infamy is definitely going to continue to drop, and we are absolutely pushing in with no problem here. This is not surprising. This is exactly as expected. So that looks good. We're going to continue to conquer down this way. Now, all of this is settleable. So we'll colonize all the way through here. That'll keep us colonizing for a while. I like it. We're working on these arts academies, and that will mean that we're going to be able to get freedom of thought pretty soon. We're going to have to pass right of assembly first, though. So that's okay. Beautiful. So everything seems to be going wonderfully here. We're going to get these arts academies finished in 10 weeks. And we are working on barracks in the background at this point. That's going to be training up the 4th Brazilian, and that's fine. This will all be done in 6 months, so that's okay. We're going to keep an eye on things that are currently expensive, including mana wars, ammunition, and grain. Okay, mana wars makes a lot of sense. We should probably build some military shipyards. Do we have any? Yeah, we have one in Bahia right now, and I'm going to build one additional. So that'll be fine. That'll take 27 weeks. I want to prioritize the... prioritizing the Arts Academy may not make sense here. We did progress to voting here. No, I think we prioritize the military shipyard. I think this will be fine. So ammunition is still considered expensive. We may want to get ourselves another munitions plant. It would be currently negative. Okay, this is not bought in at this point. So that's understood. This is probably due to the price of explosives at this moment. Yeah, that's fine. So in that case, we may want to do something about the price of grain. And to that end, I would think something like a pair of rice farms. We're already apparently making one in La Paz, but yeah, we'll make... Well, actually, this is within... Well, they're in our market, so that should be fine. We'll make 2 rice farms in La Paz, but it's going to be something like this. Okay, so that looks good. We're going to have Argentina taken over very, very shortly here. And we want to let our infamy drop down. No doubt about that. So this is looking absolutely great. No problem whatsoever here. checking in here, we have some standard of living issues. We would definitely like to deal with that. And indeed, that's what we're working on with these grain issues. So if we check in on these guys, I mean, peasants in subsistence building is a problem, for sure. 28% of their income in taxes. Are our taxes up? They are. We should drop these. So that puts us just barely positive. I'm content with that. We might dip negative here or there, but overall, I think this is good. We're going to want to drop our taxes, and standard of living coming up would be great. We'd be very happy about that. So currently paying 23.5% of their income in taxes, and most of those are poll taxes. Noted. Okay, so we now have right of assembly. That's very nice. That does mean this arts academy we're going to want to finish soon enough, but we'll get there soon. Speaking of getting there soon, this front, we have arrived, and we're just going to continue to push through Argentina. No problem. So, enact no home affairs and restore legal guardianship, huh? We're probably not going to go for either of those. I would like to pursue free trade. We don't really have any way to do this. The rural folk, the intelligentsia, and the trade unions all oppose free trade. We could move towards protectionism, which would boost our tariffs a bit from mercantilism. And that's the route we'll go for now. Well, it's just a step in the correct direction there for getting free trade. We want to get free trade for freedom of trade here, so that would definitely be a good thing. So rifling will time out in 6 years, and we need to make sure that that is something that is done. So let's go into our arms industries here and find Sao Paulo here. So I'm going to subsidize this temporarily until such a time as we can finish subsidies. This is a very, very temporary situation. We're not going to subsidize this long term. Okay. This is going to get expensive, but we're just waiting for this to hire in. Is this all we're going to hire? 925 peasants. 51k looking for a new job, so that's fine. We have a vulnerable front over here. Okay. I mean, I don't think they can even get to that, so I don't think that matters. Okay, this seems fine. Would they accept peace here? Not quite. They have 71 reasons not to. They are actually crossing over to here. How are they getting there? They just walked straight through our army. Okay, whatever. Well, our army is going to continue to push through this area, and that'll get done very quickly, and then we'll just redirect down over to here, I'm sure. So they're going to be a little awkward over here for sure. But this is going to be very, very swift. Okay, they capitulated. Perfect. So not moving was the correct call there. I like it. So that is all done at this point. And Argentina is now fully under our control. Now, we're definitely going to want to incorporate those states. It's going to take some time, and it's going to take a lot of bureaucracy. So that's understood. We're going to want to reset production methods down here as well. This will probably create significant economic issues in those regions. But for now, this will do. I do want to start to colonize over here in Buenos Aires. And it looks like we already have a colony in Mendoza, so that seems fine. Okay, so that seems good. We're going to continue to push down this direction. I'd love to continue to colonize with these guys, but, you know, it's fine. Wait, we're positive on bureaucracy? That's wild. They must have had a lot of bureaucracy production there. They actually did. Okay, cool. So when we unified that, it increased the amount of bureaucracy significantly. What that does mean, and 15% enactment success chance sounds good. What this does mean is that we can work up our health institutions level. That would be really, really good. Minus 3% mortality? Yeah, we'll take it. We could also boost up our colonial affairs investment level, but I'm not honestly concerned about our colonial affairs. I think we're fine as is. So, we need to go into here and take a look at rifling. We're not quite there yet, so we need to look at our arms industries in Sao Paulo. Okay, so we're up to 9.7k. We are hiring here now. Mass emigration of Palatinian people to East Anglia. Okay. I'm not shocked about that, though. So this needs to be what? 75? 75. Gotcha. That's fine. It's currently at 74. So we're going to be able to finish rifling, in theory, now. There we go. Rifling was successfully completed. And migration attraction? Yes, please. We're going to do that, but I'm also going to revoke the subsidies here. People are going to get fired. That's understood. Cool. So, at this point, what do we have problems with? Transportation shortages in multiple locations. Noted. So, that is in Minas Gerais. That is in... Where are we? Here. Where else do we have it? Chaco. That is here. Santa Fe. That is here. And Brazilian Jujuy. That is here. Okay. So that'll be fine. We can get all of these going, but it's going to be quite slow. We're going to do Minas Gerais first. We're going to do the rice farm in La Paz first, for sure. And then 49, 57, 34. So this one should go here. And then 49, 57.8, and 58.6. So this is in theoretically the correct order. But that's going to take a while to build. Noted. So, freedom of thought has now been successfully completed as well. That is excellent. We are going to go for university throughput, I think. The new Colossus will get added to the journal, and what is that? Okay. We'll pin that. That'll be fine. We do need to put in free trade, but for now, protectionism will do. We're running a pretty decent deficit, and some of that is definitely going to be the subsidies on those art academies that we want to get rid of. We did not want to hold those long term, so we want to unsubsidize this. That will help, but it's not going to solve the issue. The issue is primarily caused, I think, by this transportation shortage in Minas Gerais, to be honest. That is probably what we've got going on here, and I'm actually going to prioritize it like this, although it doesn't make a difference. So this is fine. So that'll be okay, and we need to get these railways completed as soon as we can. Of course, we also dropped our taxes. We can raise our taxes back up, but for the time being, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I want to continue to raise up our GDP. That will be fine. So, what do we have going on here? Central banking is going to be done in 6 months. That's going to boost us by, like, almost 4,000. Okay, we got an advance here. That's good. We'll take protectionism there. That was fine. And I want to check in gold mines. Actually, yes. We can build a single gold mine here. Do we want to do that immediately? It would take 15 weeks. I think it's okay. We are negative in our authority. I do not believe we have any decrees out. We do not. That's just from our consumption taxes. Fair enough. So that's fine for now. I'm not too concerned about it. So we're going to get this railway done as the top priority. Then the gold mine. It'll actually finish in the opposite order, but that's okay. I want to check in on our prosperity of our companies. It is not good. Okay. Sure. I'm a little surprised that it's not good, to be honest. Yeah, productivity levels are low. Okay. That's noted. Productivity levels here are actually fairly positive, and I'm a little surprised that this isn't growing the prosperity. Productivity is only 5.3. Well, now 5.4. Okay, well, we're working on it. It's fine. This just improved quite a lot. Ah, we didn't have a private construction going, did we? I bet you that's what it was with that deficit. So that sounds good. No problem there. And this just dropped considerably. Okay, noted. Our trade route importing silk from the French market is inactive, and we have a number of negative trade routes here. But a lot of these are exporting coffee. Okay, this is importing engines, importing tools, importing paper, fertilizer, tools. Let's get rid of all of those. I'm still okay with the exportation of coffee, even if it's technically negative here, I think. What is the price of coffee right now? Yeah, that's not great. Okay, so let's do that for now. Now, we do have a shortage of silk, and we should definitely be importing silk. We'll do that from the British market. That seems fine. So that is good. And next up, in terms of conquests, we're going to go after Chile. The question is, how much would these conquer states be? 18.2? 15 and 4.9. Okay, that would be pretty hefty. We likely don't want to do that. Well, we definitely don't want to do it yet. We're going to let our infamy tick down for a while. That'll be fine. And we'll also work on solidifying our hold over here on Argentina. So that all looks good. So this production efficiency dropped a fair amount, and I think that's just due to the construction efficiency there. Like, I think it's probably due to turmoil, would be my guess. But that's okay. We're working on it. It'll be fine. We'll get that under control. So we're going to be done with our railway in Minas Gerais in 4 weeks here. And things are looking reasonable. Our standard of living has actually jumped up a fair amount, and that's good. Yeah, that all makes sense. This graph makes a lot of sense. That is fine. We're about to hit 18 million in our GDP, and our GDP is definitely going up nice and quick. So we're going to get this railway in Minas Gerais done right now. That should help our GDP a fair amount. You can see we're running a deficit again. That's because we only have one private construction ongoing. But Steam Donkey has just finished. That's a pretty big deal, actually. So we can get some production methods going here. This is going to require, what is that, engines? Yeah, so the price of engines is about to skyrocket here. I'm aware that this is going to cause some issues. Absolutely aware of that. So we're going to get going on that, and we're going to need to produce some additional engines. So do we have an engines input goods shortage? Surprisingly, no. Okay, what do we have going on with our motor industry? Oh, we've got some space here. Yeah, we can definitely get this motor industry employed up. That should be okay. We can ramp up production a little bit there. So I'm not too concerned about that right now, although it may become a problem soon. We'll see how that goes. This gold mine is going to be done in 2 weeks, and all of these are going to be incredibly slow to build. I'm going to move up the barracks here, and we're going to intersperse like 3 barracks per railway or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do this, but it'll be something kind of along the lines of this. Yeah, we've got more barracks there, but we'll just let that be for the moment. Okay, so that looks good. And we've still got that Brazilian naval power going nicely, so that is great looking. We're positive again. I don't know that that's real. It's because we finished the railway, I think. Yeah, this is more like where I expected it to be. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, this is because we only have the one private construction going. That's understandable. Completely and totally okay. And once we get a motor industry in Lima, then that'll be fine. Central banking has been unlocked. That is a big deal for us. So that is going to boost our minting and reduce our interest payments. That is really, really good. So let's see what that puts us at. Minus 2K in this situation. I'll take it. That is nice. So we're very happy about that. Our railways are going to continue to be worked on. We've got the 4 that we need to do. Okay, yeah, that all looks correct. I don't think there's a problem there. We're going to move this railway like so. Actually, we need these barracks like so. And then this would go like this. We'll get it changed in just a moment here. There we go, like that. And there's protectionism. So that will boost our income slightly as well. I would absolutely love to change that. We're on per capita based taxation right now. I'd like to get further down here, but we're a long ways away from getting that, I feel like. We're on property to women, and that's not really something we can change. we can't go to, like, multiculturalism. We can't go to ethno-state. So we're not going to do anything over here. We're on freedom of conscience. We could go to total separation, which would be interesting for sure. What do we need to be working on, though, right now, is the question we need to ask. And the answer is kind of nothing. We kind of just need to continue to expand our economy. I really think that's where we need to be right now, is expanding our economy. So that's going to be what we're going to do, and I'd like to get these barracks done pretty quickly. That would certainly be ideal to get them done pretty quickly. There's not that many barracks remaining here. We can do something like this. Sure. And just get these barracks wrapped up. So now that we've started up this livestock ranch, you can see we're back positive. So that is good. I'm reasonably content with our financial situation at this moment, although that will change as we get these barracks built, and that is understood. The barracks are not really going to be helping our economy all that much. If we check into our economy here, we can see, well, this is our trade routes here. What I really want to do is check in on our goods prices, and we can see that the most expensive thing right now is engines, but that's definitely not been as bad as I expected it to be. So that looks good. We could definitely use some additional grain production. Coal production would be good. Steel production, not bad. So there's definitely some things we can target here, but for the moment, we're in a reasonable spot. So I want to get these railways completed. And I want to get our standard of living brought up a little bit. Yeah, a lot of these are not great. A lot of them are really not great, but we're working on it. So that seems fine. So we've got the input goods shortage. We don't have any market access issues, but we're going to get our railway done in Chaco very, very shortly. 5 weeks. That looks great. Empty pockets, huh? Funding depleted for no home affairs? Sure, and we'll take some loyalists in Rio de Janeiro. Sounds good. And with that, it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to work through these railways. I expect to be able to completely finish this construction queue in the next episode. Of course, we're going to add to it, but we should probably be able to get all the way through all of this. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.